Well, it's interesting. Our studio is suddenly filled up
with people ready to look at vampires,
yes.
which I thought didn't come out during the day.
They don't normally, but they have especially for us. But then you don't always know they're vampires, you see.
I know there's vampire rings and things that you can have. You can get exclusion these days.
We should have got one.
Yeah, we're talking about the Vampire Diaries. Big business vampires this year, especially Stefan and Damon Salvatore, the brooding brothers of ITV2's The Vampire Diaries. Have a look at this.
For over a century, I have lived in secret. Until now, I know the risk, but I have to know her.
Lena, she's a dead ringer for Catherine.
Take my wrist, you need more blood.
You're really enjoying this, aren't you? Just watching me struggle?
Very much so.
You're like this other person.
Everything's gonna be okay.
We were just discussing what they were drinking there, but we'll find out in a minute, because we have the stars of the show, Ian Somerhalder, Nina Dobrev and Paul Wesley, all with us this morning. It is great to see you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Did you have
having
to
us.
fight your way in?
You don't often hear a vampire say that. Good morning, do you?
Well, we have the rings.
That's
right.
You're not wearing them now.
Well, it's in my pocket.
Now, let's explain. You two are both vampires, the two boys.
Darling, I can do this.
But lovely Eleanor's not.
Yes, I can do this.
Elena's not a vampire.
Nina, who plays Elena, you see, here's the synopsis, here's the story, is dating Stefan, who is Paul, right? Who she knows...
For now.
You look very well for a 162-year-old.
I have good
face
makeup,
creams.
moisturizer, and
Yes.
all kinds of...
Yes.
Eats well.
Oh, jeans?
Yes, good jeans.
Now, this guy here, Ian, is Stefan's malevolent vampire brother, Damon. So he's the bad news.
It's all about perspective.
Why did the two brothers not get on, then?
Oh, wow.
Well,
Deep-rooted story.
very deep-rooted issues with each other.
We used to.
We used to absolutely love each other. We were brothers. But a girl came in between us, which is what happens.
Is that you?
Isn't that what always happens?
Always happens.
I mean, there's a long time for it to happen over 164 years. I mean, you know, there's a lot of things can happen over that time. But the character, Nina, that you play, why so integral to these two? She's lived before, or they think she's lived before.
Well, yeah, I mean, Catherine was the one who got in between the two brothers.
And you play both these parts.
And I play Catherine in the 1800s as well as Elena in present day.
They get their money's worth out of you. That's
They have me working long hours, I'll tell you that. But yeah, she's the girl that gets in between the two brothers and falls in love with both of them, and she's selfish and narcissistic and kind of crazy. And
Where Damon learned all of his...
She taught Damon everything that he knows, so I basically copied how Ian plays Damon and vice versa. And it's a lot of fun to get to go back in the time and put on the corsets and these big gowns and do all that.
But
Sounds like a lot of fun. Corsets where you can't eat, stand.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
As an actress, as a performer, I love being this other person that's so different from myself, so that's why I like it. Not the fact that I can't, minor details, yeah, no, I can't breathe, but
I mean,
whatever.
it's huge, this show now. You started when, last March, the three of you? Had you worked together before? Did you know each other?
No, we didn't.
We had never.
We didn't know each other.
We actually.
I met you when we went to get fitted for our fangs.
We got fitted for our fangs.
You still wearing yours?
I have permanent fangs. Yeah, I actually committed to the role, so I chiseled my teeth.
It's the only reason.
Let's have a look. Give us a smile.
They're the real deal.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why they hired him.
They wanted to save on special effects.
Zoom in on my vampire fangs. No, don't really.
They did.
I don't think I brushed my teeth this. No, I did.
Do you think that helped you getting the part?
I was told that they. Well, actually, I remember on set someone noticing that and being like, "Wait a minute," and are your teeth in? And so. I don't know. They could be lying. They could have just hired me for my
He's just a really good actor. That's what happened.
Yeah, sure. But no, it's apparently they didn't know.
Now, am I right in thinking that in this series you have just had your first taste of blood?
Indeed. Yeah.
So what do they actually use on set? What's the horrible, sickly, thick stuff that you have to drink?
We're like, we use squirrel blood. And
Squirrel, little kids.
Yeah,
Squirrel blood. Squirrel. Squirrel blood.
We use nutritious, amazing things that hopefully...
Now we do.
Now we do.
It's like a fruit smoothie or something, is it?
Right.
Yeah, something along those lines. But it wasn't always that way. And I remember
actually,
watching
there's a scene. There's this one that you teasered. They accidentally put a massive
corn syrup
amount of corn syrup in the cup.
In a glass, and I left it for him, and then he pounded it.
And I was so nauseous and queasy.
But this is a tribute to how committed Paul is. He was actually, and I just told him when we were driving over here, I said I would have set it down and
told him to cut.
Done another shot. But he was so committed. He said, "No, man, I was in it. I was really in it. And I just didn't want to."
They carried on.
Want to cut, but
so many people are really into it. As I was saying, there's people queuing up on the street there to catch glimpses of you. Our studio's full this morning of staff and crew who want to see you. What is it with this revival, with the Twilight series and whatever, of vampires? What do you think, Ian, is the fascination?
I mean, there's a couple of things. I mean, obviously, we always sort of attribute our success and appreciation by virtue of the fact that this massive box office success of Twilight happened. That's why we're here sitting talking to you lovely people. And I don't think the genre ever died. I think it's just that it's a basis for really, really good storytelling. There's this, they're powerful, they're sexy, they're dangerous.
They're unattainable.
They're unobtainable. And
they're symbolic.
They are symbolic, and I think that we. And
they're sexy. I mean, look at these two
why do you say they're unobtainable? I mean,
you
know, as the character that you play, Nina, she's got a boyfriend who's a vampire. She knows he's a vampire.
At this point, she does.
Does she think about going over to the other side?
She hasn't considered that yet. No.
And might I say that nor would I ever, my character would ever wish that upon her.
He loves her too much, doesn't he?
He loves her too much, and he sees
she will live forever, will she not? She's mortal. She will grow old. You don't grow old.
That's that is the sad tragedy to our romance.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
And how is the whole? I mean, I was saying it's so huge now, and it's shown all over the world, and your big stars. How has that affected your lives? Are you enjoying the fame? Can you walk down the street now and go and have a coffee with a friend and not
in the dark
be followed?
Listen, the success of this show, we are so grateful for, and we are having so much fun doing it, and whatever comes in the wake of that, we welcome and appreciate, and there are little changes that comes with the territory, and if we were to sit up here and complain,
I'll tell you, if it was the other way around and our show got canceled and nobody's watching it, we'd be pretty disappointed. So the fact that people
we're here in London.
We're very pleased you're here. Do you like London?
I love London. As soon as we heard that there was an opportunity to come back, because we came a couple of months ago, we all just jumped on it. So we get to travel and see the world.
And do you like our view of London?
This view,
real.
This is incredible.
This view.
In New York and LA, whenever you do talk shows, it's usually a backdrop.
Actually, when I walked in,
I thought it was a backdrop.
I thought it was a backdrop, and I was like, wait, the birds are moving. This is unbelievable.
It's all very good. Do you ever also? It's the home of the Hammer horror films, the Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing.
Oh yeah.
Vampires and Dr. Helsing and all that sort of thing. Have you ever seen those movies?
Yeah,
I love Christopher Lee.
Yeah,
those are some of the best ones.
Here, it's kind of funny that we're now in this sort of vampire world when we all have our individual, not likes and dislikes, but the different tastes. I mean, again, the basis for storytelling, there's so many avenues in which vampires have taken throughout history.
Yes.
And
from Bela Lugosi right through. Christopher Lee, I've had the privilege of interviewing him and meeting him. He is a huge, tall man. He's must be 6'4", 6'5". He's got this magnificent sallow look and these burning eyes. He looks a vampire, believe me. You guys look cuddly, gorgeous in comparison. He is amazing.
We're cuddly?
But I'm sure you are. Lots of people would say that.
Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled, Damon.
It's been a delight seeing you. We're surrounded with garlic. Don't try anything.
And I know there is going to be series 2, isn't there? So that's good. We know that that's good. It's all continuing. We won't ask you what happens.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Diaries, ITV2, Tuesday at 9 p.m. Here's the competition, £25,000. Have a go.